How to bore under a driveway with a, if you're trying to get a pipe or PVC pipe beneath the driveway and you have dirt, etc., and you don't want to break the concrete up. So there's this would be an entire pipe. Now this end here would be a fitting that would go on to, you can either use 3/4 or 1 inch. I found out 3/4 schedule 40 is more durable, and then if you get it good and wet, then you can hammer, they take a 2-pound hammer. But this would normally have a nipple on this end, but this screws on the end of here. You have to dig out on one end. When you dig out on one end, now this end here, as one can see, the hose pipe screws onto here. So you turn your hose pipe on full throttle, the hose pipe goes onto this side here. So the water would come out of here. Now this pipe is cut in two. This would be a, say a 20-foot stick here, and or 10 to 20-foot stick, preferably the longer the better, because you need a little flex. So when you go in on one side, you come out about the same side as you go in. You don't go in on one side, come out deeper on the other. So again, this end here would have a nipple on it. This one's broken off where I've gone under a driveway, but you can take and screw this on. They make it plastic and steel or brass or whatnot. If you can get it brass or steel, this is probably more durable when going under. So if you end up going into rocks, then you have to jimmy it like 6 inches, 4 to 6 inches to a foot at a time. Be sure to get a lot of water in the hole. Back it out, push it again, back it out, push it again. Then when you get all the way through on the other end, once you get on through, that's where this is cut. So then this piece would hang out. Then you would come over here and lop this piece off so that you could either put it, or you can pull it all the way out, and then you could get a piece of 1 inch. But you need to do this in an expeditious fashion, because if once you remove the pipe, the dirt, everything will have water in it. If you take a schedule 40 pipe, already have it ready and have a 1 inch cap glued onto the end. When you have the 1 inch cap glued onto the end, take a 2-pound hammer, and then progressively, after this pipe here has been totally removed from the trench underneath the sidewalk, driveway, or whatever, then just take the 2-pound hammer and slowly, progressively hammer it all the way through until you get to the other side. Now, if you only need a 3/4 inch pipe, you can just take this pipe here, move back here, lop this off, and lop it off on this side, and you can use this pipe. But if you're putting in a sprinkler system, a water line would be fine. But if you're putting in a sprinkler system, then you would need a 1 inch pipe. So, but if you do it under a driveway and you put a 1 inch pipe there, as long as you use the copper rings on the thing, not the cinch rings, but the copper rings, you can get a piece of 3/4 inch PEX and go in there, and this would be a sleeve. So if you ever had problems again, you could cut it and pull it out of the 1 inch sleeve and just push the PEX pipe within the 1 inch. But this is the way to bore. Again, this would have a nipple on it. This would be spraying out water pressure. It gives you a higher water pressure to knock the dirt loose from the rocks, etc. This end here would be, you would turn your hose pipe on full blast. Make sure that bushing's in there, because if that bushing gets removed, you got problems. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.